Good morning. This is called Bedhead. But actually I've been up cleaning. I cleaned all the cabinets out and played with my dogs and anyways. As I was cleaning the cabinets out this morning, I was listening to this song. It came on and it's called New Breed and it's called Kindness for Weakness. And that was my topic today. Never take my kindness for weakness because I'm a very strong woman. And in my first trauma session, I realized just how strong I am. Actually, the session lasted 2.5, almost 3 hours. I was like exhausted when I got out, but it was so worth it. Oh my God, I hope it really, it's gonna help me. But the whole time that I thought God had forgotten me, actually God gave me tools to survive what I had to survive. So I realized, and I've been thinking about it, the things that I went through should have broken me way back then. Like, I shouldn't have achieved anything. You know, I should be like a street person or not putting down on street people, because some people, they just break and they can't handle shit. But some way God kept me going. But anyway, I can't remember before 3rd grade, but I can remember after 3rd grade. So I've been through and I don't mind sharing my story. I share it. I don't give a shit. I'll just share it. It's healing to me. But I saw my dad, I was molested and stuff. And I was physically, mentally abused, and my mom hated my guts. And my dad would drink a lot, and when he would drink, he would get abusive. But I'm not here to down my dad. My dad is deceased, and I love my dad. And I was closer to my dad than anybody else, because I knew at least my dad loved me, where I didn't know my mom loved me. My mom hated me. But anyway, I was always told, oh, you're ugly, you're this, you're that. If I threw up on the floor, I got an ass beaten, you know. I could wake up in the middle of the night and get an ass beaten from my mom, because my mom had mental issues. But anyway, I saw my uncle shoot my dad when I was 10. I was raped and used, and then I got an abortion, and at a really, really young age, and when I didn't even know what being pregnant meant. And then when I was a teenager, a little older, my mom had this crazy boyfriend, and when we came home one night, he was hiding in the closet, and he had schizophrenia, and he was on really bad drugs, and his name was Ronnie. So we didn't know it. So us girls went to bed, and my mom went in her bedroom, and next thing I know, I heard my mom screaming like bloody murder. And so I knew Ronnie I didn't know if he'd come in the window or what, but he was actually hiding in her closet waiting on her in the dark. But anyway, I got my sisters in the car. This is how I know God didn't leave me. Universe, source was with me the whole time. I got my little sisters, because I was the oldest. I got them in the car, and I told them to stay there, and they were scared to death and crying. And I said, I gotta go get mama. And I didn't know how the hell I was gonna get my mama away from this freaking maniac. He had stabbed her 3 times. He beat her too. Her face was unrecognizable. He literally almost killed my mother. So anyway, somehow I got her to the car, locked the doors, and he jumped on top of the car. So my teenage brain was thinking, okay, if he gets in this car, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me, my mom, my sisters. He's gonna, and so all I could do was either I'm gonna have to kill him or he's gonna have to kill me. And I ain't letting him hurt my mama no more, and I'm not letting him hurt my sisters anymore, and I'm not letting him hurt me anymore. So anyways, something put it in my mind. My mom's house was like this, and the driveway was like this, and then here was the road. So I had to back out into the road from the driveway. There, I just couldn't go around or whatever. So I backed out and I said, okay, when I get to the end of this road, I'm going to drive as fast as I can. And when I get to the end of this road, I'm going to throw on brakes and throw this fucker off. And that's exactly what I did. I got to the end of I sped up as fast as I could. And before I got to the end, I threw on the brakes and it threw him, I don't know, 20 feet, 30 feet. I don't know how many feet back then. So he stood up. And when he stood up, I saw the devil. I was like, okay, if he gets, in my young teenage mind, I knew that if he got back in that car some way, he was going to kill my mom, finish her off, get me, and then get my sisters. So I ran over him. And when I ran over him, I drug him. And it was like, I don't know. I can't explain the feeling of dragging a human being under the car for a long ways until he just wasn't there anymore. So at that point, I thought I killed him. I really did. I thought I killed him, and I had no remorse. And because I thought he was going to kill us. So in my mind, I said, okay, in Tylertown, you had the old little police station was like in the middle of the town, and it was a little square building. And so I whooped by there, and I wheeled in there really fast, and I rolled down the window, and the cop ran out. And he saw my mama. He said, oh my God, what happened? I said, look, I got to get my mama to the hospital. I don't have time to wait on no damn ambulance. This is like my young mind telling the cop this. I said, but I think I killed a man and he's back there in the road. And I told him where he was. And I said, so you need to go get that man I killed, because I just knew I'd killed him. And he said, oh my God, get your mom to the ER right now. And I got her to the ER, and sure enough, she stayed in there for weeks and weeks. She had, her jaws were wired shut, busted eardrums, her face was swollen like a basketball. She had a strip to a straw. He stabbed her 3 times. My mama almost died. And as we were in the ER, while they were working on my mom to keep her alive, Ronnie was brought in an ambulance, and it didn't kill him, but it did scrape all the meat off of his body. He didn't have no meat left on his body, like he was just like. And so they arrested him, but he was under watch. He wasn't able to move anyway, which I have no remorse about it. And I do it again tomorrow. And I was, I'm like, why don't I have remorse about it? Because I knew what I had to do, that's why. But anyway. So he went to jail after he healed in the hospital. He went to jail for 6 months, and then he got out. He was sentenced to 6 months, only 6 months. So they let him out, and then the next thing we knew, we had heard he had went to Jackson and somebody killed him in Jackson. They put a bullet in his head in Jackson on the railroad tracks. So I don't know. He used to walk everywhere, so I don't know. That's all we heard. We heard that from his mother. And anyway, that's a long story. But anyway, that's just the beginning. That's not even counting my kid's dad getting killed in a car wreck, and then my dad getting kidnapped, robbed, murdered, and all that shit. But this song, Kindness for Weakness, I was thinking, this is so me, and I love the words. And the words, I wrote the words down, and I'll read the words to you. It's like, never take my kindness for weakness. I talk what I live. I do. I talk what I live. And what I believe. I talk what I believe. And then it says, I'm as real as they come, never back down, never run. And if you listen to this song,
I'm your Huckleberry.
it's so good.
Why, Johnny Ringo. You look like somebody just walked over your grave.
Fight's not with you, Holiday.
It's called
I'll
New.
beg to differ,
It's by
sir.
New Breed.
Started the game we never got to finish.
NUBREED. And it's called
for blood,
Kindness for Weakness.
I was just fooling about.
I wasn't. And this time, it's legal.
New breed. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
Come on. Just a nobody from the backwoods. Everybody telling me that I'm no good. They say that boy don't act right, cause don't act like they think I should. I ain't never had no silver spoon coming out that bottom, boy. Get my dirt, broke all the rules. Better trust you don't want this drama, boy. I'll try to walk away if I can. Hold my tip and don't get the best of me. Y'all boys keep on testing me. These police about to be arresting me, and I'm trying to do what I'm supposed to. Speaking my name and I don't know you. Better watch out who you close to, cause even your dogs expose you. If you hate to see me shine, better cover up your eyes. Better run back in your house and tell your mama to close the blinds, cause it's my time, no time out. To the driver's seat, I'ma ride out. Think I'm fake, come find out. We face to face, no hide now. Hide now. Yeah.
Alright, Longer. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Never take my kindness for weakness. Even though I talk what I live and what I believe in.
Talk what I live and what I believe in.
Cause I'm real
Cause I'm real
as they come.
as they come.
Never back down. Never run. Cause I'm real as they come. Never back down. Never run. I'm coming strong, better get your weight up, cause I'm about to take the lead, I ain't gonna wait up. I'ma tell you straight up, I ain't friendly. Don't show nobody no pity. Don't like nobody from the city. Got bad nerves, so don't tip me. My tolerance is on empty. And being faceless don't fit me. Got whiskey all in my kidneys. My wordplay is so nifty. But thank the Lord that I'm gifted. Should have been locked away for my crazy ways. Could have been writing this from a prison. Could have been dead in the grave talking DOA. But I had to make a change and I did it. And I made my mistakes, but for heaven's sakes, I'm wide awake and I'm living. So never think that new breed fake, cause I might just hurt your feelings. And I push it to the limits. I say what I
always
believe
push it to
in.
the
Tell them
limit.
like it is. And everything I talk about, I talk it how I live. Y'all just talking what you wanna do. I'm talking what I did. I can tell you about that real life. Ain't nothing counterfeit. I've been hopeless and homeless, lost inside my emotions, screwed up with no focus. I slept on the floor with roaches. I heard the ones that love me. My heart turned black and ugly. My own family don't trust me. Sometimes my life disgusts me. Always lived in struggle. People said that I was trouble. Always on the hustle, trying to get it off the muscle. Had to get it how I lived, and I was living like a savage. You said you want that real talk, well I'ma let you have it. I'ma let you have it. I'ma let you
Alright,
have it.
Longer. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Never take my kindness for weakness. Even though I talk what I live and what I believe in. Cause I'm real as they come. Never back down. Never run. Cause I'm real as they come. Never back down. Never run. Got this dream inside my head. I promised myself I would reach it. But every night I lay down, I gotta fight away these demons and find a way to escape the pain. Cause the life that I've been leading, I know somebody can feel my pain. That's really the whole reason.
Anyway, I'll stop it there.
I'm your Huck.
Let me stop this. Anyway, I won't punish you and make you listen anymore. But, you know, there's a story behind us all. There's a story that nobody knows about. And I I share my story, and people are like, why do you tell people that stuff? Why not? I don't care. There's a reason I'm like I am. There's a reason I am defensive sometimes, a lot of times. There's a reason I watch my back. Because I've had to. And there's a reason I kept myself from being one of these straight people that are used and abused. And because I was strong. I went and got an education. So don't give up. Don't give up, ladies. If I was a rich lady, I would have a place for ladies like me that don't have anybody or didn't have anybody. I swear I would. That's what I'd do if I was rich. Later.